I kneeled down and searched the eyes of the young girl standing bravely before me. Moments ago, we had teleported to this dilapidated shed in the middle of a forgotten forest, and though we both knew what lay ahead, I gazed into her eyes one last time, looking for any sign of hesitation. We still had time to turn back. I had done everything I could to prepare her for this moment. Years of psychological, physical, emotional, and spiritual training had brought us here, and it was now my responsibility to bring her to the next chapter, to learn how to let her go. Her brown eyes gazed back at me with courage and determination. She was ready, and she knew that as soon as we left this door, they'd be hunting us. The signatures of our resonance would shine like a beacon across the darkness of their realm. She was ready to run. My hands reached up to secure the last button of her coat and smooth the collar before reciting once again what we already knew. Once we exit the door, they'll be on to us, so we'll be running north using Polaris as a guide. You know how to find it. Take the 2 outer stars of the Big Dipper and draw a line from bottom to top and keep going. The contact will meet us at Flash Point as soon as they know we've made it out of the woods and you'll be on your way. Any questions? She shook her head. I stood and folded my fingers around her small hand with a little squeeze. Tears threatened to well up from my depths, but I pushed them back down. We had both long prepared for this, but it was not yet time to grieve her. Let's go. I pulled open the heavy wooden door and we ran. Crisp autumn air filled our lungs as our feet tread lightly upon the moss-covered path. Frost gripped the curves of the earth and softly crunched beneath us. It would have been an enjoyable path to travel if the presence of the hunters were not descending upon us. Twigs snapped to the left as shadows raced between the trees. Faster, I whispered urgently to my charge. We wove our way down the path, jumping over logs and ducking under extended overgrowth until we reached the first fork. I snapped my gaze up to the sky, glittering with stars, but the girl had already spotted Polaris and plunged ahead to the right, her training paying off. Branches crashed behind us as more shadows joined the hunt. Sparing a second to look behind, I noted the closeness of the fog from their labored breathing and urged the girl to pick up the pace. Her short legs pumped furiously beneath her. We rounded a corner, and a pool of moonlight shone up ahead. The clearing was near. Suddenly, the sky began to burn. An unnatural, brilliant orange and yellow light erupted overhead, filling the forest with an eerie glow. The shadows took shape behind us, terrifying creatures of darkness. Their pointed teeth glared in the light as long, spindly claws reached out from the trees, hoping to snag a piece of our clothing to pull us back to their nests. I glanced upward in awe as a massive comet blasted out of the sky. It took every ounce of my willpower to continue running forward, logic rescuing my brain with the suggestion that this could be our contact. We pushed forward, and just as we left the close-knit trees of the hunter's forest, the comet landed on a massive rock in the center of the clearing. Flash Point. Our contact had come from the stars. He stood and raised his hands, fanning his fingertips towards us before a blast of light enclosed the clearing, sealing us in and stopping the hunters in their tracks. Dismayed, they retreated back into the darkening trees. As the girl and I approached him, our eyes widened in tandem. He was the most beautiful being we had ever seen. Standing about 8 feet tall with a pair of massive wings framing his figure, I knew instantly that he was an angel, a creature of the stars from the realm beyond realms, but he was like no angel I had ever imagined. He was the most beautiful being in all of creation. Atop his head shimmered 2 delicately twisted onyx horns. His complexion was the deepest nothingness of the universe, and yet it shone with the light of 1,000,000 stars, seemingly embedded within his very skin. The wings upon his back, silvery and nebulous at the same time, glowed with a luminescence from another realm, and his eyes, 2 brilliant orbs, glowed with love from the depths of purest consciousness, and I knew him to be born directly from the heart of the universe itself. The corners of his mouth curved into a gentle smile as he communicated in a language beyond tongues straight into our hearts. Do not worry. I'm here to help. She, he nodded to the girl, will be safe now. I'm here to help carry her forward. He stepped down from the rock and knelt before my charge, folding his colossal frame to meet her at eye level. For I am the angel of the true north. I am the angel of of the true North Star. She smiled at him and reached for his hand, weaving her childlike fingers through the constellations of his digits. Ready to depart, he stood to his full height and nodded to me before turning northwest and gazing up at the sky past Polaris towards another star, an ancient star. But before I could ask where they were headed, his light filled the clearing once more, and they blasted off into the deep night in a fiery mass of orange and yellow, a comet bound for a distant realm. I had done it. She was gone.